Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right, so this stream is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. No promotions offered, just education. So let's see. Nerd World, yo. What's up, Nerd World? What's up, bro? Ja. Uh, um, locked in on goal right now. Locked in on goal. We got some news coming up. You said someone said we got news coming up. 7:30. Eddie, what's up? What's up, Eddie? What you think about GU? I'm actually. Hold on. What do you think about GU? I'm actually in GU cells right now. I'm in some GU cells right now, bro. How you guys doing though? When are you streaming? Bro, I'm trying to be on like a London Open, honestly. Slow start today. Had issues with the setup. I really got up from like 15-20 minutes to London Open, but had issues with the setup. Had to restart my computer, all that stuff. Took me like an hour, but I did update GU in the Discord. Did update GU. Where have you been? Bro, I've been here. You know, I'm still settling in Jamaica, getting used to the new routine, new time, bro. Like it's 2 a.m. Like when I was in Georgia, I was waking up a little bit later, but now I gotta wake up earlier. So, you know, it's just a combination of a lot of stuff, bro. Combination of a lot of stuff. Looks like NCs are down pre-market. Yeah, I'm in just GU seller right now. This is based off the higher time frame. Yes. Let's see. Gold, yeah, on gold, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on gold. Waiting on Goldie. Let's pull up gold over here. It's easier to chart up on trading view. Man, honestly, on gold, I still want to keep sell bias. Like, Can't be too. I don't want to be early and sell, but let's see. Let's see. Honestly, want to keep that sell bias, bro. We still got a lot of work to do before buys are in the clear. Still got a lot of work to do. Hey, Anas, what's up, bro? What's up, brother? How you been, man? You good? You been good, man? All right, let's see. Yeah. Your USG doing this thing. I think that was a decent entry based off that confirmation. I've been looking at GU since yesterday. Since GU started pulling down, we had a nice little tap into this area. So I think that on the higher picture, this thing can continue going back down here. So that's the view on GU. Same thing with EU, but I liked GU a lot more. I like GU a lot more. But even on EU, EU looks good as well. EU looks good. So it's one or the other. Nice rejection. See, this thing was had this line here since this price was coming down. I was like, okay, maybe we could get a pullback, retest this area, and then we could continue coming down. So I think this will be a good idea for sales on EU, GU, just to see what happens. Not a bad idea. GJ, yeah, GJ, I don't know. Gotta wait on GJ. AD Swiss. I'm still keeping a buy bias on AD Swiss as well. I'm just waiting to see if it can actually clear these lows over here. If AU can clear these lows over here, then we can see what happened. Still waiting. We have some lows over here, so maybe we can sweep. Maybe we can sweep. Wait, nothing is showing on. Let's fix this over here. Let's fix TikTok, right? Man, I got some small the monitor right now, bro. I'm telling you. I miss my monitor. This thing doesn't show the whole screen. It's like a screen extender. Okay, so we gotta stay on trading view. Let's see. Hey Kim, what's up? What's up, Golden Kim? How are you? All good, thank God. Let's go. Let's go, bro. All right, Goldie. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Judging from the news, it's going to be Shang for a gold normally. Let's see what we really got over here. PPI. We got PPI at 7:30. Well, 8:30. Powell, yeah. We're not gonna be in the market at that time. Let's see though. Let's see how this GU position plays out. Let's see. Good to see you, but yeah, we're chilling. I'm chilling. Actually, not much happening right now. Gold is just doing its thing. I'm in GU cells right now. That's pretty much it. You know what I realize? I also realize like whenever GU and gold kind of correlate to some extent. I realize that, whenever GU is going up, gold is going up too. So we gotta see something going down over here. What is the time with you? Right now it's 3:25. 3:25. What is this? This is GU pound USD. Do you recommend Trade of It for beginners? Trade of It sound like some future stuff. Trade of It. AM, yeah, AM. AM, 3:25 AM. Did you enter this on LGK? Bro, okay, so we got good news and we got bad news. The good news is, well, let's start with the bad news. The bad news is there's no more gold, bro. No more gold challenge. No more gold challenge. The good news is I'm waiting on they said I gotta verify the phase 2 on the 100K challenge. So the 100K challenge is done. I'm just waiting for them to verify. Just waiting on them to verify that thing. So I'm gonna have to get a new challenge on the gold. Yeah, the action wise they correlate with shit was with volume 2. Yeah. I realized that. I didn't know that. I only realized that recently. Because I've been taking positions on GU and I'm looking at gold as well, and it's like, there's some correlation sometimes. I don't know. You said with volume they correlate. Congratulations, brother. You deserve it. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Man, I'm kind of disappointed with the gold though, because I don't know, bro. I've been having a hard time with the gold challenge. There's a lot of limitations on that account. The spread, I can't trade during news or hold a position. It's a lot. So I don't know. I'm gonna take a break on well, not really take a break, but I'm gonna have to find another, because I'm still new to the prop firm. So I'm gonna have to try. I was thinking about funding pips again, but it's match trader, and I don't know how to use the match trader for gold. I want to be quick. I feel like if it's swing, I got no problem using match trader on the swing setups, but on gold, I'm still having issues with the risk structure. So, and I got to message them to ask them if it's okay to open an account in Jamaica, So it's a lot of stuff. But that was I got a cheap account, 200K account for like $400, and it wasn't worth it, man. So what I should have done, I should have switched it. I should have switched the gold account to like the regular pairs and then use funding pips to do gold. But then match trader, I can't do it. GU doing a retracement? Okay, let's see. I'm holding GU. Holding GU base off this setup right here. Yesterday we came looking at the H1. I don't know how this is looking on TikTok. Let's see. Yesterday we came on the H1. We took these highs out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel like, yep. You know, we took all those highs out. And then we had a crazy drop. Crazy drop right here. Crazy supply, right? So, you know, I was waiting for this thing to retest. I'm gonna give this another setup too. Like if this thing comes up, stop me out. I'm gonna wait for another rejection somewhere in here. Give it a second chance, you know? Let's keep that bias on sells and then see what happened. Because a lot of time it can pull back into this area and you know it keeps going up, but it just needs a second chance. So I'm gonna be interested in doing a second chance if it comes back. I'm not gonna give up on sales on GU until we can clear. Let's remove this. Until we can clear, like if I see some price action above this high, then I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what, maybe time to look for buys or like hold off on sales. But as of now, gotta see if this level can hold up, this zone level supply, you know, whatever you want to call it. I want to see if it's gonna hold below here. Anything below here, I'm holding on sales. So I think this would be a good idea here after price, you know, came down. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. Same thing on 80 Swiss. I'm still waiting for 80 Swiss to take out all these lows over here. On the 30-minute H1, and, you know, I'm gonna hold that buy bias. Yeah, let's see. Aboud, what's up, bro? I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I'm waiting on my account, waiting on my 100K account. We finally passed phase 2, so I'm waiting for them to review it. They said they gotta review it. I don't know. They didn't break any rule though. I mean, funding people, they don't have much rules. They don't have a news rule. You know, they're pretty chill. So just gotta see. So I'm just waiting. Congratulations, brother. You deserve it. Hey, Anas, appreciate it, bro. Yes, appreciate it. Now I'm just get a 7K payout from top one futures. Them active. That sound like them active, bro. Them active, man. Bro, you know that, bro. Speaking of that, so this is what I was also thinking. I was thinking if I'm gonna do the gold, I was wondering if I should do it on futures. Get that raw spread, you know, test this futures thing with gold and maybe NAS trade it one way and then do my regular setup on the, you know, like GU what I'm doing right now on the 100K on my personal, and then do, you know, the futures on gold and NAS with that spread. Is your spread? Yeah, I saw that. Futures nice, bro. No spread is a game changer, bro. Man, I'm gonna have to look into getting an account. I gotta do some research on like what do you call it? Like how the contracts work, the rules, like, you know. You know, I went on I think it was, I don't remember which one it was, Top Step or something like that. And I was just looking at the rules and stuff. And you know, I see a lot of stuff different. I see they pay monthly. So I don't know, I'm gonna see. Definitely get into futures. Yeah, maybe for gold, you know, maybe for like the commodities indices, I might get an account for that. Feel like that would be a lot better. And then I could just swing on the other account on Forex. Definitely getting into futures. All right, we're gonna see. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna get an account. I'm gonna get a challenge. Good luck, brother. See you later. Hey, man. See you, bro. I had an account 3 weeks, still ain't passed it. I mean, that's fine. Nothing is wrong with that. The account that I passed this week, I've had it for like a little over a month. You know, had weeks where I took 2 trades, 1 trade, 3 trades, break even week. You know, but eventually it got there. I mean, if you have an account and it takes like a month or two to pass, that's fine. You don't gotta pass it in 2 3 days. It took me like 2 months to pass, almost 2 months. I gotta check it. I gotta check it. Let's see if I could log in on this thing. It took me like almost 2 months to get it. Let's see. I think this was the last account. Man, I targeted, let's see. I think last trade was let's see. This is the, let me see. Let's see how you do this. Man, I still can't figure out how to use match trader. I'm trying to pull this thing up. This was the yeah, I'm trying to pull this thing up, but I can't figure out how to pull it up. Futures is nice for no one's heard. Yeah, at first it seems weird because I was transitioning from FX to futures, but really and truly it's exactly like Forex. Only difference is the lot size and getting used to the platform. Okay, what kind of platform? What kind of platform they'll be using? I'm trying to figure out how to open this thing. Hold on. Well, G is pulling back hard. Pulling back hard on GEO. That means gold is going up. They have a thing called Project X, but it looked like I'll be watching Time to Eat trading sometimes, and it looked exactly like TradingView. It looks exactly like TradingView. Can copy trade multiple accounts within the platform. Oh, nice, nice. What about Time to Eat trading is real from? Are there some bro? Oh, for real? Yeah, bro. My mentor that. Oh, nice. Pip lad. Tip. Yeah. Yeah. Time to eat is good, bro. Do you stream somewhere else? Yeah, on YouTube. I mean, it's good stuff. Hey, appreciate it, bro. I'm still trying to pull up how long it took me to do phase 2. I think I did my first. Yeah, the first right here. The first entry was on May 8th. Was it May 8th? Wait. No, April 8th. April 8th, bro. So it took a whole month to, finish phase 2. And the last trade was the 13th of May. So, bro, even if it take a month, it don't really matter if it take a month or 2. And the other account took like probably the same time. So you just gotta see. Just gotta see real account. That one is a challenge account. That one was a phase 2 challenge account. But let's see. Let me check my email. They gotta send me the login for the funded. See, keep going, bro. Stay constant. Everyone moves at different speed. Yeah, you just gotta focus on your speed. I mean, some people can pass accounts in like, even 2 days, 1 day, but You gotta be. Some people, their risk tolerance is different. You know, they they don't have an issue blowing that challenge, getting over, let's say, phase one, and then maybe phase two, they go slower. You know, that's a good strategy too. For my other, if I'm gonna do a challenge again, like I'm gonna be more aggressive on phase one, and then phase two, like, you know, you just chill. Man, they just sent me that email. They just sent me that email. Let's see. They just sent me that email, bro. Let's see. So let's show you guys what it's like when you pass this thing. So this is what they said right here. Funding Pips. On behalf of the Funding Pips team, we congratulate you for successfully completing Funding Pips two-step practitioner, blah 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 blah. So we locked in, bro. We locked in. We are locked in. How important is support and resistance? Super important. It's a good idea to manage risk at support resistance. That's good stuff. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. All right, so keeping an eye on GU. Keeping an eye on GU. GU's pulling back deep right now. Big Euro news at 5 a.m. I didn't see that. What day is today? Thursday? 5 a.m. I don't see no red folder. The only red folder I see is at 8:30. All right, so GU tap back into this demand over here. So I'm keeping an eye on this. All right, still holding on to sell bias. My FX book. Congrats if I move up. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Phillips, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. You know, we had this account for like 2 months. How was Jamaica treating you? Mosquito, 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 bro. Mosquito. I mean, it's chilling, but mosquito, bro, I don't miss the mosquitoes at all. Man, you see me right here, I'm literally scratching. I don't know what is with these mosquitoes. I don't remember the mosquitoes being this bad, honestly. I don't remember the mosquitoes being this bad. All right, GU is not looking good. The volume is pushing hard to the upside, but I must stand firm. Yeah, those are painful. Yeah, my FX book. Oh, the news on my FX book. Yeah. Let's see EU. Yeah, same thing. All right. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Interesting price action over here. Price up, down, and then up. That's crazy. Crazy. GJ. Gold. Yeah, can't do anything on gold. This thing just kept pushing. Can't do anything on gold. And honestly, I don't want to look for buys on gold right now just because I'm in GU. And whenever GU is going up, gold is going up. Or whenever gold is going down, G is going down. So I don't want to overexpose myself right here to this thing. But this is not looking bad. Buys are not looking bad. Short-term buys at least. Short-term buys, because we're coming up to a serious area up here. We got some resistance. We got some supply. So I mean, you got a decent range up here. You got a decent range. You have a Discord or Telegram, bro? Yeah, bro. Let me put it right here. Let me paste the Discord. Bro, time to eat be trading every day. Be streaming like 3 times a day. Guy crazy. Grinding. So that mean you're in the, what do you call it? What do you call this community again? I don't even remember. Clubhouse, yeah. That mean you're in the Clubhouse. Cause he has the same mentor, Raja Banks, you know, and then he switched to futures. So I mean, I hear him saying it's a lot better in terms of the way how we'll be trading gold. Let's see. Discard. Trying to find that invite link. Yeah, that's a discard right there. Gold. Yeah, this is gold right here. This is gold right here pushing. GU is pushing too. GU is pushing. Let's get this entry correct. Let's get this entry correct over here, because that wasn't the entry price. The entry price was 132,857. Yeah. Goldie. Yeah, we got some volume right now. Nice volume on gold. Let's see where we had some confirmation. Where could we have entered this thing? I mean, this is the only closure above if you want to use this level or this level. This was the only closure. For me, this thing closed too high anyways. This thing closed too high anyways for me. This thing closed, you know, it started right here. 100 pip, one candle. 100 pips, so still wouldn't be interested in buys, you know. I'm going to take a buy. I would wait on a some pullback or something. Some pullback. Plus, we've been really going up for the last 30, maybe last hour. So I would wait for some pullback. Something, you know. Some pullback. Nothing is wrong with a pullback. Would you ever switch to futures? I wouldn't say switch. The only thing that I would probably do right now is do gold and NAS on futures, just because I like the way how the spread system. So that's what I might do. If I should switch, if I'm ever gonna switch, I gotta see something that's, more convincing for me to switch. But based on what I've seen so far, the spread, all that good stuff, it's worth giving it a try. If it's good, you never know. Maybe I'm upset I overslept and missed these pushes. You gotta wait on a pullback, bro. You wait on a pullback. You know, you gotta wait on the spread, and PA is tempting. Yeah, I've been watching Time to Eat trade it. Man, sometimes that spread coming clutch. That spread coming real clutch, bro. Man, you know how many trade I lost on the gold challenge just because of spread? Those stuff add up. I lost a lot of trade on the gold account just because of the spread. I was getting like 1.7, sometime even almost 2, which is crazy. So I don't know. Learned a lot from Mandem. Yeah, bro. Time to Eat changed my life, dog. Yeah, yeah. He's legit, bro. Time to Eat, legit. 100% transparency. Legit, bro. I haven't been able to like watch even Raja banks like that because I've been streaming and stuff. But I mean, whenever I get a chance, I watch Time to Eat as well. Like if I'm up before I go to sleep, if he's still on, I watch his stream. Guys, this is legit, man. Legit. Euro USD. It's in the same position as GU right now. I'm still holding on. Damn. When did this happen? Oh, it's the same one. Same candle. Same candle. Still holding on to that bias. Still holding on to that sell bias. And I'm also going to give this thing, if this thing gets stopped out, I'm going to give it a second chance. Maybe after a change of character or something, give it a second chance. Use whatever happened up here as some structure. So that's going to be the bias for today on GU and EU. But GU, I'm already in GU, so I'm gonna just hold it on GU for now. But apart from that, I don't really see much happening. Let's see what happens on 80 Swiss. If it can, take these lows out, create some support, demand, whatever, and then keep pushing up. I'm also interested in that based off the daily. I feel like it can go up a little higher. 80 Swiss. So I'm not writing off the buys as yet. We still have some work to do up here. Still have some work to do up here on 80 Swiss. So it's a matter of, when to tap into this area. So that's my idea on 80 Swiss. I feel like if it's going to keep pushing up, it needs to take out these lows to get there. So I'm just being patient on the buys. We sweeping. Should be a lot of liquidity over here. Which part of JA from, bro? Jamaica, bro. Which part you from? Would you close with before news? It all depends where it's at, yeah? It all depends where it's at. It all depends where it's at. Usually when there's news, let's say if there's news about a big start right now, if it's at 1-to-1, depending on the situation, I might close it at 1-to-1 or I might put price. I might put it at break even. It all depends. It all depends. It all depends. If it's at 1-to-5, I'm closing it, 1.5, I'm closing it. It all depends. If it's at where it's at right now and there's news, I'm gonna just close it. Let's see what time we got like 3 hours. So a lot can happen. So let's see. Sometimes I even put it at break even. If it's at, let's say, 0.8, I put it at break even. You know, just to see. Sometimes news come and it just goes down. It all depends. Nice. Oh. Crazy volume right now on NAS them. NAS, gold. Crazy volume, bro. Can't do anything on gold. I mean, what can you do? This thing already just pushed up. Gotta wait on some pullback at least. You have some support. You have resistance. You know, so can do some stuff over here on gold. Still not convinced with buys. You know, we got some work to do on buys. I need some buy structure before I'm interested in really, you know, fully committing to buys. Because look at the daily. Look at the daily. This could just be some pullback, especially on the H4. We have some areas to fill up here. So you could get, I mean, short-term buys, okay, but this thing is bearish. This thing is bearish, you know. I didn't know gold like was gonna come this low. I thought it was gonna maybe, you know, sweep these lows and then go up. But the way all this thing is moving, it came down way too much, way too aggressive. So I'm thinking this thing can pull back, you know, tap into this area and then, you know, continue going down. I'm convinced with buys if it can close above. We can close above, let's say 32.60. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what? We got buys. But right now, still holding on to sells. Still holding on to sells. Oh, St. Catherine, bro. What about you? Gold daily candles 24 days ago. What you mean? Gold daily candles 24 days ago. What you mean, bro? Yeah, we definitely gotta be locked in on sells below this level. Definitely. We have a huge zone on gold for this thing to tap down into. Huge zone. Yeah, we got some work to do on gold. Still holding on to sells. Forward from St. Elizabeth, but I'm living in the States. Oh, nice. What part in the States? Man, must hear them, bro. Hey, Brad, do you think that gold can exceed 32.10? Let's see, 32.10 gold. 32.10. Exceed 32.10. I mean, I think it can push back to 32.10, but I don't know if it's going to pass it. I don't know. We got news coming up. There's a lot of stuff happening right now in terms of like fundamentals. The only thing I can see right now is that it deserves a pullback. I don't know how far it's going to pull back, but based off support, resistance, supply, demand, the only thing I could say is, okay, you know what? We have some resistance here. Let's mark this thing up. We have some resistance here. All right. Got resistance here. That's a start. And we had supply, some accumulation, and then supply right here. So that's the first thing. You got to pass this area first. You know, I don't know if it's gonna break through this. It's hard to really tell. You know, there's nothing you can do to really tell because this is strong area. This is a super strong area, 3210. So I would be on the lookout. If I'm in buys, I would maybe manage this here. If I'm looking for sells, I would wait for some rejection from 3210 to continue going down. But if it clears 3210, clear this zone, then I'll be looking for buys again. But we're under like daily support right now. So it only makes sense to respect, sells. We had a huge accumulation and then we finally broke it on the daily time frame. So we might be under this level for some time. You never know. Yeah, Fox, yeah. You just gotta take it one level at a time. But right now I want gold to go down because apparently when gold goes down, GU goes down. So that's what I want to see. 3210, yeah. 3210 is a tough area. We even got this area to deal with before 3210, so you gotta be super careful in terms of wanting price to go somewhere. Yeah, Fox, yeah. Yeah. So we gotta see. NAS, same thing. Let's see NAS. I would still hold buy bias on NAS. Still holding buy bias on NAS. We got this gap to fill over here, so just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Short-term sells, but once you get that buy confirmation, I think this thing can continue going up. I mean, the daily is super bullish. Daily is super bullish. So I gotta wait on that confirmation. Yeah, I'm waiting on 80 Swiss. I'm waiting on 80 Swiss. Yeah. Still keeping that buy bias. Let me see. The only way I'm gonna look for sells on 80 Swiss is if start having like something like this happen. It doesn't pull back all the way up, some structure, and then it break. That's the only way I'm gonna look for sells on 80 Swiss. But right now I'm keeping that buy bias. Show the weekly. Yeah, this thing has more work to do. This thing has more work to do. Pulling back to go up, yeah. Bias is bearish. And which one? 80 Swiss? On 80 Swiss. Two-way player. Are you talking about GU? Talking about GU or 80 Swiss? Or gold? Bearish on GU? Yeah, I think so too. But you know what? Bearish is one thing, but it's a matter of the timing, So I'm trying to focus on if the timing was ideal over here, or if not, to wait on that correct time. So I took some sells over here once it tapped back into this area. But sometimes, you know, there's a retest or tap back into it again. So I'm gonna just give it a second chance if that's, you know, that's the case. Because I'm targeting a nice 1 to 2 on this thing anyways. Yeah, so let's see. Nice 1 to 2, nothing crazy. Teshaz, what's up, bro? What you been looking at? What you been looking at? Yeah, waiting for a retest myself. Oh, you waiting for a better retest? You waiting for a better retest on GU? You sound Canadian, brother. Really? I sound Canadian. You said I sound Canadian. What do Canadian sound? Canadian. Let's see. Yeah, so it was between GU or EU. Chose EU. I mean GU. Even on GU, like I mean EU, like this is not enough. I want to see this thing come down deeper, you know? I feel like it has a lot more work to do. It barely even came up to it, so we got some more work to do. You know, we had good fundamentals for the US dollar this week, so I think we can come down some more on GU them. GU and EU them. So that's gonna be pretty much be it right now. Let's check NU daily. Yeah, already in GU, so I'm not gonna expose myself to anything else right now. EJ, GJ. Alright. I don't know if you guys remember, but on Monday when we started the stream, we were looking at this. This is what we were looking at. I was like, you know what? I didn't take this setup. I don't remember why. But right here, I was like, you know what? I think that we can take these highs out on GJ over here. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's see if we can sweep these lows and then push up. But this is the thing that happened with GJ. Now I'm remembering why I didn't take GJ. Now I remember why I didn't take GJ. I didn't take GJ because, shoot, where is this thing? Let's see, wait, let's go back. Gotta go back over this thing. Right here. Yeah, so we're like, okay, let's wait to see this thing take these lows out on GJ. So it actually did come down and take those lows out. But there's something with the support that I was like hesitant about. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I think it was this price action. This price action, I was like, man, I don't know about this price action. It's not the type of bounce I want to see. Just look at this thing. It's like ascending lows, you know? So I was like, you need to take these lows out and then push up. And that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Or maybe it did to some extent. You know, it did right here to some extent. But I didn't get this. This was at 1 a.m. I was definitely sleeping. But when I was looking at it right here, this wasn't convincing, you know? But this thing actually went up. And then after that, I ended up taking 80 Swiss instead. But that price action was weird to me, the way it was just barely moving. Barely moving. Let's see. Eyes on gold and GJ. All right, let's see. Gold. Oh, gold is still going up. Where did my levels go? Where did my levels go? Let's see, we got a nice target up here. Yeah, we just got to spectate and go right now. Can't do much. Spectating go, spectating GU. Bro, are you no longer active on Telegram? I'll be posting the stuff on Discord. I did send a Discord in Telegram though. Because there's no point sending the thing in the Telegram anymore, you know? There's no point sending it in Telegram anymore. So I just send it on Discord. It's because you speak exactly like George Saint. Who? George Saint Pierre? Who is that, bro? George Saint Pierre. No, he's so Jamaican. You can hear him say, you can see them. You can see them. You can see them. Man, you guys are funny. Yeah, so let's see. Gold is pushing up. We got some serious levels coming up. So let's see how this thing react. Where could we have entered this position? Like whenever this happens, you want to see where could you have entered. You know, maybe on the support over here, there was some support. That's pretty much it. But I mean, at this point, honestly, if I was looking at this, if this replay mode had like a ticker, I would honestly be probably looking for the next candle to make some top wick flip, break this low, continue going down. But price is like, it's oversold anyways. Like this thing needed some correction. We've been pushing down since yesterday. We've been really pushing down. So that's pretty much the only setup. Maybe here or right here, but this thing had no bottom wick. This had no bottom wick. So where could you have entered? You know, maybe you'd have been looking at it like this too, waiting for a closure above here. So it all depends on how aggressive you want to look at this thing. Where could you have entered? Yeah, maybe on this closure. But even at this point, some people might, you know, still be waiting on some form of pullback. But this thing is still going up. Still going up. GU still going up. 80 Swiss. Still doing this thing. GJ. Yeah, so nothing really happening right now. Nothing really happening. Yeah. Just like $100 for the small jump on the gold. Nice. Nice. We're snagged. Where you from, bro? Never heard that before. Snagged? Just snagged $100 for the small jump on the gold. Where you from, bro? Never heard that before. Really? Ohio? Hey, Ifal, what's up? What's up? Snagged. That's good stuff, bro. I want to see what gold is gonna do, honestly. I'm still holding on to sells. I want to see a nice resistance. It's a matter of when. I'm already in sells on GU, so I have to look for sells on gold. Let's set the alert. I'm gonna set the alert right here and go. Maybe on GU, if this thing keeps going up, maybe on GU I could give it a second chance. You know, somewhere up here, a bit deeper into this zone. Maybe it could have something like, you know, maybe something like this, covering this area. Stop loss above the high over here. You know, that would be an idea if for a second chance. If that's the case. And then hold this bad boy. So something like that. Is this gold? Nah, this is GU. Gold is right here. Gold is just pushing up. How are the trades going? The trades are going good. Right now, in this GU, it's not breaking right now. Small loss right now on GU, but still holding. Still got like 30 pip stop loss. So got 30 more pips to go in the stop loss. So we gotta see what happened, if it's gonna break above this level or what. Because this is the thing, price pushed right here, you know, so gotta see if it's gonna respect. See, look, if you look at the 5-minute, let's just keep an eye right here. This should be some, let's say, some form of, you know, some form of zone where I don't want to see price break. If price start breaking this thing, then, you know, that's when it's really not looking too good. Maybe I could start managing risk, or based on the price action, just close the whole thing, give it a second chance, try to cut some risk. But apart from that, we just gotta see. Let's say if I had missed my entry, right? If I had missed this initial entry based off this price action, a good idea to enter would have been, maybe you could enter if, you know, start breaking, you know, this level over here or something like that. But I just went right in based off the 30-minute candle. Let's see. I went right in on that 30-minute candle. You know, right here, this candle was really nice. Really nice. So this was some confirmation for me. So I was like, okay, let's do it. You know, I've been taking this setup all week, all of last week. So that's the idea. We came back top here. Well, let's see. Holding on to that bias. G pound USD 4-hour head and shoulder, it will dump. Okay, let's see. Maybe it can dump. Let's see. Let's see if it will dump. Four-hour head and shoulder. I don't see one though. 4-hour head and shoulder right here. You gotta send me a chart. Send me a trading view link. I don't see a head and shoulder. The only thing I see close to that is, you know, over here we had a head and shoulder. You know, maybe right here. I don't see any other head and shoulder. It's not even that clean. I don't see any other head and shoulder, bro. Head and shoulder, 4-hour. All right. Well done, Majid, yesterday. Man, Madrid had a horrible season, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. Horrible season like Madrid. Man, honestly, Madrid got some work to do. We need a right back. We need that work. We need to fix the midfield. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. We need a striker, man. We need a striker. Mbappe is not a striker. He's a winger. You know, we got wingers. We need strikers. Goal needs to pick up the pace. My goal is picking up the pace. I mean, this thing is pushing 100 pips right now. Let's see how many pips this thing pushed. One candle, 100 pips. Let's check this candle. 100 pips again. Bro, what? You know, isn't it crazy how you see this? But when let's say you're gonna execute here, whenever you decide to execute, that's when it actually pulls back, you know? But when you're watching, it just keeps going with volume. It's crazy. Always happen. Going soon. You support Madrid? Yeah, bro. Hala Madrid. Yeah, goal is just pushing. Let's see what happens up here, though. Let's see what happens up here. Got a nice resistance. Nice level, nice stuff on goal. Nice price action, nice range. Somebody was just waiting on that other setup. Because, you know, this thing is pushing right now from that setup down here. So just missed this setup. So you gotta wait on the next setup. Wait for price to calm down, start chilling. What setup do you go for? So this is the setup that I usually take. Like, you know, we've been in a downtrend. So I would take something like this. Under the right condition, price came down, made some support, made resistance. We had resistance here. You know, we could do something like this. Made resistance. And then what I would look to do, let's say with a sell bias, I'd be interested in some sells to, you know, continue pushing down to support or maybe a continuation. So this is a setup this is one setup that I would take in a downtrend. Let's see the 30 minute. This 30-minute candle didn't really close below here. So I would be saying, okay, you know what? If this 30-minute candle can close below this previous candle, then the next candle to open, make a top wick, flip, break the low, fill the support, you know, maybe close some partials here, leave the runners. You know, that's a setup that I would take in a downtrend. You know, so I mean, it started to push, which wasn't, you know, bad. Even if I executed on this candle, this should have been, let's say, maybe this thing went 98 pips. Stop loss should have been like, this should have been like maybe a 1-to-1, or I would probably hold this honestly. Maybe this should have been a break-even trade or something, but it ended up going up after that. So the other setup that I would take in this scenario, I think it was ranging. Let's see. The other scenario would be, if I had a buy bias, I would wait for this candle to close above resistance with a body, which it did, but I wouldn't execute on this just because it closed too far from the resistance. Like if it had closed, let's say somewhere right here, then I would be interested in the next candle to do exactly what it did and then break that high stop loss below the wick. But you know, just waiting over here. You know, the sells, I don't even, let's see what time this happened at 3. I wasn't even looking at this at 3:30. I was already in GU, by the way, trying to set up GU. and I'm not having a buy bias right now. I'm just waiting for more sells. I want to do buys. If we can maybe, close above here or maybe NYSE, I might look for buys. But right now, I want to respect the daily structure. We broke below this support on the daily, so I want to respect sales for now. We have some supply here, we have resistance, so I want to keep a sell bias. So it's a matter of letting this buy play out and then try to get in on the sell. What I would want to see, honestly, I'd want to see this thing keep pushing up. Take this high, take these highs out, maybe a wick, and then start to look for some sells, or even a rejection here, some resistance here. I'm gonna try to get in on sells. So that's two different setups that I would look for. What do you think of Xavi as your new coach? I think that's a good idea, bro. I don't got no problem with Xavi. I don't know though. I feel like Xavi maybe needs some more experience, but it's magic. It's like coaching Bayern. I feel like any one of us could coach Bayern. If you play FIFA, if you play FIFA, you could probably coach Bayern, because Bayern, man, the league is easy. But Magic needs a striker, bro. Magic needs some striker like a Lewandowski or a Haaland. Got Vini and Mbappe just hogging the ball, hogging that wing. Or a Benzema, someone that can finish. Need to get back a Tony Cruz. So much that needs to be done, man. Lucas Vasquez needs to go. Man. Alright, yeah. I think maybe we should end the stream early today and head back on in NYSE. I think that would be a good idea because there's nothing happening right now. We're gonna have to wait at least an hour before we have two solid 30-minute candle. So let's check this thing again. NAS, same thing, needs a pullback. GU losing volume after that push, which is good. This was the 30-minute, and this candle is losing volume, so that is good. In terms of price going down, EU, let's see, EJ, I'm keeping an eye on this bad boy next, 80 Swiss. This was the last trade that made that account pass, bro. Actually, I gotta log in my account. I forgot about it. I gotta log in that new funded account. Let's see. Work too hard to be forgetting about this thing, bro. This is I've only ever had three funded challenge account. Let's see. Look at the chart I said about Geo. Where you send that on Discord? Where you send that on Discord? Look at the chart I sent about Geo. Where you send that? What is this? This is 80 Swiss. In this chat, I don't see it. It don't show. You sent a trading view link. Try to send it in. Try to send it again or send it in Discord. Let's see. Yeah, so we gotta do 0.5%. Gotta keep that 0.5% on funding pips. Man, the one thing that I like with the top firms, you gotta be looking at. I gotta go over the rules to see if their funded account has like different rules. Cause some of them, bro, they be having like phase one. We have phase one and phase two. Be having different rules than the actual funded account. So I gotta check to see if it's the same rules or what. Cause that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Yeah, 80 is just gonna take a good minute. Can't do anything on 80 just right now. Gold, same thing. Tried Alpha Capital. You know, I tried when I was in Georgia. I actually opened an account with them and I had to do a refund because they didn't allow C Trader in for the challenge account in the US. So I was thinking, now that I'm in Jamaica, maybe I could get an account. But then I was like, when I go back to America, I don't want it to be an issue. So I gotta ask them about that. And if that's an issue, I'm gonna just try futures. I'm gonna try futures. Oh, I gotta do a KYC. I can't even log in right now. I gotta do a KYC real quick. I'm gonna have to do that later. I'm gonna have to do that later before I can get access to the funded account. I sent you in the Discord. Okay, let's see. GU. Okay, so this is Magic Seconds. Magic Seconds. This is your analysis on GU. This is also my analysis on GU. Let's see. This is also the same idea that I have on GU, but let's see. H4. Okay, so you're waiting for a deeper. Okay, so you want to get in on an entry, a deeper entry. You know, I feel like I'm gonna end up giving this thing a second chance. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. But you see, on yours, you have your stop loss. You have your stop loss above this bearish H4 candle. So I feel like we got a similar risk structure right now, but this thing is looking like it's gonna keep pushing up based on the price action. What I want to see, if it goes deeper, I want to see basically the same thing that happened on the 30-minute to happen, you know, further up. This price action further up, and then I'll probably give it a second chance if it gets stopped out. But overall, I'm holding on to that sell idea. So we got like 30 pips before stop loss. We got news coming. So if there's news coming, let's say there's 15 more pips before stop loss. If there's news, I'ma just let it. I don't know. My broker has good slippage, so I'm gonna see. sometimes news comes when it just, flips. The 4-hour candle before this one tapped me in. Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh, you had a limit order? You had a pending order? Tapped you in. You got a sell stop. Yeah, man, I've been looking at this since yesterday. I think someone had shared someone had shared the same setup yesterday in the Discord. I like this, but I wanted, because look, you could see that this thing was like oversold to some extent, crazy push to the downside here. So I was waiting for that, correction before I got in. So even if you got in right here, I feel like, you'd still be in the same position. You'd still be in the same position right here, because maybe your stop loss was maybe all the way down here, or this level here, wherever it might be. I feel like you're in the same position as someone who waited on a pullback. Like I waited on the pullback. If you execute on the breakout, you had a good run, and now you got a pullback. But I don't know, bro. This price action for the past hour after this nice beer candle is crazy. You would think that you're in the clear right here for a nice push to the downside. But what can you do? You just gotta manage risk. This price action was really crazy for the next candle to just go bullish. Yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Can't do anything about that. 95-day trader. Hey, what's up, bro? We'll see. I think he will play out. Yeah, let's see. You always give it a second chance. If you target a 1 to 2, if the previous trade you won, you gotta use that extra, RR to, take a L and give it a second chance. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm gonna do over here if this thing keeps going up. But we just gotta see. You got some time. It's the news that's gonna be the issue. The news, you have to make some adjustment. But I'm gonna set my alarm for news to see what kind of adjustment can be done. 323 for A. Blackout, what's good, bro? 3235 gold seller entry from yesterday. 1300 plus pips caught. What a sell off. Nice, bro. Nice. I'm tripping or something. $1,300 pips. You close it. Let's see. 3235. That was from when we were ranging. 3235. Oh, you got in all the way up here. You got in all the way up here, and you close. Did you close? Or you riding this pullback? I be hearing noises. Hold on. Hearing noises, bro. Are you still on GU? Yeah, still holding GU. Let's see where I can manage some risk. GU. I mean, we could manage some risk if price break this high, could probably close half or close the whole thing. So from the entry, let's see how many pips. All right, so this thing is 36 pips. So let's see where we got like maybe like 16. Yeah. So if it can break, if it break and close above this level, depending on the candle, depending on the time, I'm gonna probably just close the whole thing or close half. Yeah, so that would be a good idea, closing some risk above this level. And then let's say it doesn't get stopped out, you could add that position back on like a change of character or something on a lower time frame, you know, something like this. You see this thing right here on the 5-minute, maybe if this is up here and then it break and like, you know, more confirmation, then I would add that position back, or maybe just close the whole thing. It all depends on the time, if there's going to be news, like. But right now, I'm not going to do anything because this is really important. This area right here that I was talking about, it's really important because we had a push, you know, we got sellers right here. So we got to see if it's going to, the same volume, it's going to hold. But apart from that, just chilling, yo. Gold. I don't know. I've realized that when gold is going up or down, GU does the same to some extent. You know, if I've realized that, so I'm gonna be super careful on exposing to USD like that. What pairs this? This is, I'm looking, this is GU right here, and then this is gold. Yeah, but I'm still holding GU. Still holding on GU. Let's check EU because it was between EU and GU, so they correlate. So and even this price action looks good. Like, you know, I'd be looking, if I had missed that entry or whatever, I'd be probably looking to, you know, nothing would be wrong with the execution here or waiting for it to break. And that entry would be off the higher picture, you know. Can't let the lower time frame throw you off, because sometimes you look at the lower time frame and it throw you off, and then sometimes it just respect the lower time frame, so you gotta just overlook with their bias, you know. Can't let the lower time frame trick you, especially if you know that you've been looking at the H4 and this is your idea for price to pull back into this area, supply for price to continue going down based off the, you know, the higher time frame. You know, if this was the only information that you had, you would probably be looking for sells. Yeah, if this was the only information you had on, let's say, you'd be looking for sells, just because, you know, it's in a, we had this area right here, price was ranging, it broke. Then you would be like, you know what, this thing needs to pull back. But guess what, when you get more information, you know, now you're gonna be like, oh man, this thing is gonna top this demand here and it's gonna continue going up. Which nothing is wrong with that, but I just believe it can go a little bit deeper, or, you know, a little bit properly before I start looking for buys. So that's my bias. Nothing is wrong if you want to look for buys based off this daily. Nothing is wrong with that. I just believe it can go a little bit deeper. You know, I feel like it should come down a little bit lower, take these lows out before it, bounces, continue going up. So that's why I'm still holding on to sells and GU them. Let's see. I don't like this music. I don't like that song. How long you been training for? Around 5 years. 5 years, 3 consistent, 3, 4 consistent, but let's say 5 years into it. I started in college. I've known about trading for like 6 years or so. Since 2019 or 2020. I think the beginning of COVID or a year before COVID. Yeah, 2019. When I was in college. That's when I was introduced to IQ options at the time. When they had that ad. Can't forget when I blew that $500, man. I was like, man, how is that possible? Just like that. And I never forget that moment. Options. Crazy stuff, bro. Nice. All right. Let's see what can happen on NAS. I want to see some resistance on NAS. I want to see resistance on NAS to, target the support, maybe a continuation. But it has some work to do. It has some work to do before maybe I could look for some sells on NAS. It has a lot of work to do. And when did you take your first mentorship program to get serious with trading? Honestly, I didn't actually like take a program in terms of like paying for it, but I started following Raja Banks, like just sticking to his concepts, sticking to his way of trading and stuff. Maybe I'm trying to remember if it was like 2 years into like just being introduced to trading. Because when I was introduced to trading, I didn't take it serious, but I was still, like learning about it. Didn't go all in. So it wasn't like I started my first 2 years just like, oh, I got to figure this thing out. I just was just introduced to it, learning stuff on YouTube, the fundamentals, and I came across Raja Banks, and I've been watching his stuff. So that's when I took it serious. His live streams and stuff. So that's what I did. I had some other random courses that helped me along the way, but if like that's what I recommend. Anyone starting, just get that mentorship. Go right into the mentorship. Maybe you could, do your due diligence, like, learn the fundamentals and stuff, but you gotta get in. You gotta get in with that mentorship. Save you a lot of time, bro. Like mentorship, bro, you can even be profitable after a year if you have the right mentor. Bro, you corny? Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Bro, say you corny. But yeah, I would say you could do something like that. Just get the mentorship, bro. Get the right mentorship. Save you a lot of time. Uncle Raja, me too. Literally watch almost all his live sessions. Yeah, same. I watch probably like 90% or 80% of his live sessions, bro. 90%. All right, let's see. What are you streaming on besides TikTok or YouTube? I'm on YouTube right now. Bro, you corny? Alright, I read that. Bro, you weird. Let's see. Close majority so far. Yeah, I'm still holding. I'm still holding it. If we stay below this level, I mean, I'm not going to do anything until I see price breaking above, let's say, 33, 38. $33, $38. Let's see, we got too much noise over here though. Let's clear this thing up. Let's clear all of this thing up over here, 30 minutes. My first time joining. Hey, Lawrence, let's go. Appreciate it, bro. Let's see gold again. Yeah, can't do much on gold. Just gotta wait on some price action. What are you trading? I'm looking at gold right now. I'm in a pound USD position. I'm in some sells over here, but apart from that, I'm not really looking at anything. Only gold. Need some more price action on gold and NAS. I'm interested in sells, but I need some resistance. I need resistance before I can continue, to target the support, maybe a continuation to the downside. So let's say this thing, does a pullback. I want to see a pullback maybe somewhere up here. Nice candle, nice 15, 30-minute candle. Maybe an engulfing candle. And then it could target the support. Close some partials, for this continuation. That's pretty much it. And gold, same thing. I want to see some resistance. Let's see a nice closure, nice 30-minute closure below, let's say a bull candle, and then I'll be interested in sales. But right now I'm just holding GU. That's pretty much it. Everything else is, we got news coming. Everything else is just, it's just whatever. Not interested in anything else right now, apart from seeing what GU does, maybe giving a second chance, and 80 Swiss. With that, I'm seeing H4 fair value gap that I'm expecting gold to drop to balance price to push to a new all-time high. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing I'm looking at gold right now is the fact that we're below this level over here, this daily level. I'm looking for sells, and it's pulling back right now and they continue pushing down. But maybe we could tap into this, demand, and then we could push up. I think we have some room down here. Maybe we could push up from. Just gotta see. Yes, right there. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea because I mean, look, we had nice structure. This thing was ranging. This thing was really ranging. If you look at it daily, this thing was really just ranging, and then it broke. So I think we got some work to do under here before we start pushing up. So the only thing that makes sense is for it to maybe tap into this area and then push up. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. If you look forward, you see the fair value gap clearly. Fair value gap on the 4 hour on gold. Let's see right here. Try to push it down. Talking about the fair value gap right here. I don't be trading fair value gap, so I don't know. This is the closest thing I see. I haven't been here, right? How is the challenge going so far? The Forex challenge, it's literally got funded. The other challenge, you know, that one didn't turn out too good. That one didn't play out too good, bro. Basically forfeited that challenge. Well, not forfeit, but I couldn't be bothered with that account anymore. But I'm gonna get a new one. I'm gonna get a new one for gold and NAS. I'm gonna get a new one. So we got one account that is passed, and the other one just messed it up. Messed it up to some extent. But I also had issues with that account, so I gotta get a better account from a different firm. So I'm gonna work on that for maybe next week. Some people saying try futures for gold and NAS. So that's what I'm gonna probably do. That's what I'm gonna do. Fair value gap between, let's see. Fair value gap between, on what time frame? 30 minute, 15. Let's see, where can we see fair value gap? Is it right here? Or is it right here? Shaw, what's up, boss? How you been, bro? Shaw, how you been, man? What you been doing? What you been doing, bro? On the 4 hour previous low? On the 4 hour. Which one are you talking? Are you talking about this? Let's turn this bad boy on. Let's see. Let's turn this magic fair value gap on. This don't even show one. These are the only fair value gaps that this thing's showing. Which platform do you use? Right now, funding pips. I was using Alpha Trader, but you know, that's not a good firm. The spread is way too high over there. And funding pip, the spread on funding pip is good, but I can't use much trader on gold. I just can't. Previous low, zoom on, you see it on the H4. Okay, let's see. I don't know which fair value gap you talking, bro. I don't really trade fair value gap, so I don't know what fair value gap. Send me a chart. Send me a chart, Gary. Send me a chart. Let me see what exactly you're talking. The only gap I see is right here. Right here. This is the only gap that I see. Right in here, I see a gap here. And right here, I don't see any gap here. I feel like this thing filled it. This is the only gap I see. This is the only thing I see. And on the lower time frame, you know, we have another gap right here. That's pretty much it. Oh, I send it right here in the YouTube. Use the trading view. Send it on YouTube. Let's see what exactly you're talking. Let's see exactly what you're talking. FTMO, nah, funding pips. And I was using another one called Alpha Trader. Not Alpha Capital, Alpha Trader, but Alpha Trader sucks. You tried FTMO? Nah, I didn't try FTMO. Is they good? Are they good though? Man, if Alpha Capital don't work out in terms of like my IP, I'ma just probably try to get a Top Step account or something, bro. Honestly, just to see what it's like trading on futures. Yeah, Gary, send it right here in the YouTube chat. I heard Top Step is good though. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna probably, test it. What's the other one called? Top Step, and I think there's another one. Was it Top Step? Top Step, and I think there's another one for futures. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more research on which one is the best. Probably use the one that Time to Eat is using, because you've been using it for some time and he trades similar, does everything similar. So if whichever one he's using, that's the one that should make sense to the way how I trade, because he trades similar, basically the same way or similar. So I'm gonna see which one he's using. I don't remember which one it was. Man, I'll be tired of these songs. Wee Ruger. What? Wee Ruger. What is that, bro? Wee Ruger. What the heck is that? Yeah, let's see gold. I want to see nice support and resistance. We got some support over here on NAS, and let's see if this thing will hold. I want to do it on the 30-minute time frame though. The higher the time frame, the more the confirmation. So it's just a matter of waiting. Got news in what, 1.5 hours, so let's see. Sometimes the timing is not right. Nems, can't go wrong with Nems, eh? Bro, this song is fire, I ain't gonna lie. It's a tune. We regret it's a tune. Top of the morning, Orlando, I pre. Top of the morning, bro. So see this resistance right here. If this thing closes how it is, this is some resistance. I want to see it, up here. That will give the next candle enough room to continue pushing down. So that's the idea. But this thing can flip. It's only 4 minutes for this 30-minute candle, so can't be too jumpy. Can't jump the gun. So no top wick or baby top wick. So I think this thing can flip and then continue going up to make a proper resistance. I was live funded 200K with payout with FTMO prior to Trump. After he came in, market started behaving crazy and I lost the account. Oh damn. Well, the good thing is that, bro, you did it before, so you can do it again. You just gotta put in the same work and don't pressure yourself. Just do the same thing that you did before. You gotta adjust. You gotta adjust to the market. I didn't really care much about fundamentals, but you gotta really at least consider it now. You're looking at gold. We got news coming out about tariffs and stuff, so you gotta at least keep it in mind. So you gotta adjust wherever you can. I had to adjust with the price action too, like the pips, the candles, bro. Look at the candles. Like each candle, like you got 100 pip candles right now, bro. 100 pip candles, like literally 113 pips. So you just gotta adjust to the market. That's what we gotta do. We gotta adjust. You know, stuff change. You gotta just adjust. And just do some adjusting. Yeah, pip was the issue. Yeah, that was happening to me with the other account that I was in the challenge, and the account is already, the pip is already too high on it anyways in terms of spread. And you know, testing stuff, it's just a mess. It's a tune. All right, let's see what tune. Shock said it's a tune. Roshan, what's up, bro? Should be up to Roshan. Oh, this is some Afro right here.
That's why me not hesitate to screw. She walked through the hallway with a sainted body. Call on make a man knows them. Can you?
Good. How are you? I'm chilling, bro. Been live for like, let's see. Been live for almost 2 hours, but we're gonna call it here soon. I might jump back on at NYSE, man, because we got news coming up in like an hour. I need resistance on Nasdaq. I need resistance on. We're making resistance right now on gold, so I want to see a nice bear closure. Maybe something closing below, you know, at least 1 or 2 candles. This guy sound like popcorn. This guy sound like popcorn. A little bit. Top of the morning. Roshan, what you be looking at? What setup you be looking at? USD CAD? What should be looking at, bro? I'm in these GU cells over here, but we gotta see. We got some accumulation right now, so maybe it can do something like this and then continue coming down. Let's see. Got some accumulation on GU them. See that? See that boy? So it's a matter of where it's gonna go. It's gonna continue with the overall or what? Top of the morning. 32. Yeah, this thing is pushing up still. You gotta just let go, do its thing. No proper swing for me. What song's name? The song name is Wee Wee by Ruger. Wee Wee. Sounds familiar? Yeah. Someone from TikTok said to play this song. So no window. Everything is far from my zone. Man, you gotta fix your zone. I'm just kidding, bro. You gotta wait. Gotta set that alert and wait. We're waiting on GU since yesterday. Gold is pushing up, so this thing, well, it's holding, so let's see. We're waiting on GU. If you check this card, bro, I've been waiting on GU since yesterday for it to break, come back to this zone. And it came back. You just gotta do what you gotta stick to the plan. So that's what I'm doing over here. But apart from that, I don't see anything else. I'm not really looking at too many pairs right now. Just like GU, GJ, not even EJ. I don't know why I got it right there. So I'm just looking at maybe like 3 things. Press AU. We gotta find AU. Let's see what AU is doing.
Anybody will try to test me. I'm your dad, I'm your uncle, I'm your popsy. I be old man, no go they call me Gen Z. Brother C, steady giving them the multi love far. They can never near me.
Yeah, AU is kind of messy on the daily. Messy AU. None of my alert is making noise. Look like alert is arresting. Sometimes it be like that, bro. Like, you know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it really be like that. You gotta just set the alert and wait. No alert, no party. GJ. Man, there's no way GJ goes out like this. Look at this weekly. Look at this wick. Look at this weekly wick on GJ. GJ really gonna go like this. So basically, GJ did come and sweep these levels over here. So we might be having that further push to the downside now. But still no entry confirmation on GJ. Because this thing came down, but no, it didn't retest. It didn't pull back. Oh, I wanted to pull back anyways. Locked out my account for the day, hit my PL of 600. What do you mean locked out? Why you got locked out? You locked yourself out? You gotta be disciplined, bro. You gotta be disciplined. Locked out, so you done for the day. Yeah, I don't got no issue with GJ sales, especially after what the weekly did. I don't got no issue with GJ sales. I don't got no issue with sales over here. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on a pullback on GJ. This is a good thing with GJ. Whenever you have like descending highs like this, you know, it's a good idea to wait for price to just, you know, sweep it, and then you can continue pushing to the downside. So what I'm gonna do on GJ is wait for it to, you know, do some sweeping over here. So I'm gonna set a nice little alert. See if we could start sweeping these highs. Got a lot of highs over here. And then we can push the downside. So I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, all of this stuff needs to go. If I'm gonna look for sales, all of this stuff needs to go. At least two. Maybe not all of them, but at least two. At least two. So I'm gonna set the alert maybe. Set the alert right up here. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. NQ, nah, that was just GJ. This is NQ. NQ, I'm waiting on resistance, like proper resistance, maybe somewhere up here, and then I'm gonna look for sales to target the support, but I don't think that's gonna happen now. I'm actually gonna end the stream because there's nothing to wait on. We've been here 2 hours and this thing has just been going up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. The best thing we had here was some more support. Maybe entry right here. That would have been the only thing. Apart from that, nothing. I already in GU, so I'm holding off right now on even buying gold or doing anything on gold. So I want to see if this thing is going to hold though. If depending on the price action above this level, I might just close the whole thing or manage some risk. But I think that's going to be it. You know, the only thing that is left, maybe this thing pushes up, take these highs out, and then do another push. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna keep an eye. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here. Maybe I'll stream later. If not, I'll see you guys maybe London session tomorrow. So I'm gonna call it right here. I'll see you guys in Discord though. Yeah, we're gonna update gold in Discord. Thanks for that, bro. Hey, BT, take care, bro. Russian, take care, man. Take care, take care. You guys have a good day. How to join your Discord? Let me see if I still got a link. Right here, bro. Alright. Alright, bless up, bless up. Embulazi. Where you from, bro? Embulazi. Yeah, so let's do some work in the Discord. Got some work to do in the Discord. But we can't sit here 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, waiting for a setup.